Okay, hello guys. Today we have a new selection, inshallah, and our selection's title is Adelina'S Whales. Adelina'S Whales. The selection has written by Richard Sobel. Richard Sobel. Genre is expository text, provides factual information about a topic. And already we discussed before about expository text, and we said that any genre is like expository text. That means it's like explanation and like it contains different information and details about a specific topic. Question of the week: what patterns in nature guide the lives of animals? What patterns in nature guide the lives of animals? So, Adelina'S Whales by Richard Sobel. Genre expository text provides factual information about a topic. Question of the week: what patterns in nature guide the lives of animals? What do you know about the author? And this is a very important page, guys. As I told you before, that we have to read about the author to know about his different attitudes, about his different thoughts. So we have Richard Sobel today. Let's pay the attention and open page 363 in your reading series book. I'll listen to the reader, please.
Meet the author, Richard Sobel. Richard Sobel says he started photography in high school and never stopped. This passion led to a fast-paced career taking pictures of politicians and wildlife. Then he decided to write photo essays. He explains, "I was always insecure about my writing, but I was reluctant to leave the storytelling to someone else." Mr. Sobel got the idea for Adelina'S Whales while in Baja, California, where Adelina's father was his whale guide. To take photographs for the book, he says, "I spent each morning and afternoon on a small boat waiting for the whales to approach. Most often I was within 20 feet of the whales. Sometimes, though, they were right on the side of the boat." When asked what it was like to be so close to whales, Mr. Sobel answers, "I am still amazed that these totally wild animals chose to come so close to humans. I will never forget the slick, rubbery sensation of rubbing the forehead of a huge gray whale that swam from one side of my boat to the other." He hopes his books inspire kids to value and protect the gray whale and other rare and endangered animals.
Okay guys, so this is about the life of Richard Sobel and why did he write this selection. His job was like photography, takes different pictures and photographs. So he was a tour, okay, with Adelina's father, and he discovered many different information about whales. That's why he decided to write and to insert different pictures and photos about whales, and it was a chance just to tell us about the different information about whales. Okay, so this page is very important, guys. You have to read about Richard Sobel to know more about his attitude towards writing such a selection of Adelina'S Whales. Elements of the story: what happened, this is the plot and characters, who was involved, setting, where and when did it take place, conflict, what are the characters struggling with in the story, and theme, what lesson did you learn. Let's read. This page is very important too in our reading street book, guys. It's page 349. This page helps you to know about the new meanings of the vocabularies, to guess the meanings by yourself, and to make or create different sentences by using these words. So right now, pay the attention for the activities to know how to read and how to pronounce.
Paradise Island. Welcome to Paradise Island. To find out more about what you can do on our island, check out these exciting activities. Walk or run on the gorgeous white sand beaches that ring the whole island. They were voted the best beaches in the world last year by Touring magazine. Swim in the beautiful blue-green waters of our lagoon. Protected from the ocean by a reef, the lagoon is also perfect for canoeing and kayaking. Take a walk with our staff biologist. You can learn about the many strange and colorful birds and other animals that live on the island. Climb the bluff for wonderful views of the island and the ocean. We offer climbs for beginners and experts. Take a day trip to the volcano. You can ride or hike to the top and look down into the massive crater. It has always been quiet, except for a rumbling noise every once in a while. Paradise Island is a tropical paradise. Come see it for yourself and have the best vacation of your life.
Okay guys, so this is about that page. And we have no vocabularies today. Our vocabularies, as you see, the first word we have is biologist. Biologist. This word is noun, guys, and it means scientist who studies living things, including their origins, structures, activities, and distribution. So, biologist. Next word, bluff. This word is noun. It means a high, steep slope or cliff. Bluff or cliff. Okay? The same meaning or the same synonym. So the word bluff, it's noun, and it means a high, steep slope or cliff. Next word is lagoon. Lagoon. This word is noun. It means a pond or a small lake, especially one connected with a larger body of water. A pond or a small lake, especially one connected with a larger body of water. Lagoon. Next word is massive. This word is an adjective and it means big and heavy or bulky. Massive, big and heavy or bulky. Next word is rumbling. Rumbling. This word is verb and it means making a deep, heavy, continuous sound. Making a deep, heavy, continuous sound. The sound of the whale here is rumbling. Tropical. This word is adjective. It means of or like the tropics. Tropical, of or like the tropics. By the way, we have a dictionary, guys, at the end of our book, Reading City book. It's page 464 if you want to check any meaning for any word. Question of the week, what patterns in nature guide the lives of animals? So patterns in nature that guide the lives of animals, such as seasons and or like weather, animals, travel, and so on. Now we want to watch and to know more about like whales, guys. So we have two different videos about whales and about how do they live, where do they live, what about their body structure, and many different details and information. Let's know it together. So pay your attention and watch.
Gus, what are you doing?
What does it sound like? I'm talking to whales.
That's not how you do it. This is how you do it.
No.
Guys, what are you doing?
What do you mean? We're talking to whales. Hello?
If you're not gonna help, you can get out.
Yeah.
That's really mean.
That's really bad. Anyway.
If you had enough of this, let's start the whale video.
Blue whales are the biggest animals in the world by a lot.
In fact, the largest dinosaur that ever lived doesn't even come close to the blue whale's size.
The blue whale is actually known as the gentle giant of the sea.
And they are recognized instantly with their long, sleek shape, their blue or gray back, and pale belly underneath.
Pretty much everything about the blue whale is massive.
Very true. #facts.
Blue whales are about the length of 3 school buses, and their heart is about the size of a small car.
Hey, guess what? A blue whale's tongue weighs the same as an elephant. And its blood vessels are so wide, a person can swim through them. Wow!
There are records of some blue whales that are over 100 feet long, but 70 to 90 feet is usually the average for a blue whale.
The average weight for an adult is 200,000 to 300,000 pounds. That's 100 to 150 tons.
And female blue whales are usually larger than male blue whales.
Blue whales from the northern hemisphere are usually smaller than those in the southern hemisphere.
And blue whales have a long blue-gray body with a small dorsal fin on its back, and their pectoral flippers are long and thin.
Blue whales are Virgil whales.
Urkel. Sounds like you said Urkel.
Did I do that?
Blue whales use their tail fin, or the fluke, to swim through the ocean at speeds of over 20 miles per hour.
Blue whales do not breathe through gills like fish. Instead, they use their lungs to breathe air at the surface of the ocean.
That's actually a really good fact.
Here's a cool fact. Did you know that many people believe that whales blow water out of their blowholes, but it's really just air mixed with a little water from the surface?
So what is life like for a blue whale?
I wonder if it's
Whoa, that song brings back memories. Life for a blue whale is quite long. The normal lifespan is up to 90 years, though one famous whale lived for 110 years. Wow.
Blue whales reproduce once every 2 or 3 years. The female blue whale carries their young in her belly for a year before giving birth to a baby blue whale, or calf it's called.
And when born, the blue whale calf is already about 23 feet long and weighs 5,000 to 6,000 pounds already.
Young blue whales stay very close to their mother's side for around 7 to 9 months before moving further and further away.
A nursing blue whale mother produces over 50 gallons of milk every single day.
Hey, guess what? Did you know that the milk contains 35 to 50% milk fat, which allows the calf to gain weight at a rate of 10 pounds an hour or over 250 pounds every day?
That's really, really fast.
Wow, these whale jokes are getting really lame. Okay, sorry. Anyway, when the calf is about 6 months of age, they are already over 52 feet long.
And because of their size, blue whales do not have many predators. But predators like killer whales and sharks sometimes will attack the younger whales or calves.
And blue whales travel alone or sometimes in small groups of 2 or 3 others.
Together, they swim 5 to 20 miles per hour.
Blue whales hold their breath in order to dive to deep waters to catch their food.
So what do blue whales eat?
That's a really good question.
Okay, you gotta stop with these jokes, Gus.
What? Are they really bad?
Well, even though blue whales are huge, their diet is almost all krill.
Krill is a small sea creature that measures about half an inch to an inch long on average.
And blue whales scoop them up in huge mouthfuls of water, and they filter out the krill from the seawater through teeth known as baleen. Then they release the water back into the ocean.
The baleen looks similar to the bristles found on a comb or broom and act as a filter for the krill and the water.
Hey, guess what? Blue whales can eat as many as 40 million krill each day. So, blue whales are usually found where there is a lot of krill.
So where do blue whales live?
Who wrote these questions? Obviously in the ocean.
Keep watching the video, there's more to it than that.
Oh, that makes sense.
Well, obviously they live in the ocean, guys. In fact, blue whales are found in oceans all over the world, and usually in groups called pods.
Blue whales spend summer near the North or South Poles, where they can easily find food.
And they prefer to live in the deep ocean and are rarely ever seen close to shore.
During mating season, blue whales move to warmer tropical waters to mate and give birth.
Blue whales have been found in every ocean of the world except for the Arctic Ocean.
Approximately 1,500 blue whales live off the California coast and migrate to Mexico and Costa Rica.
Blue whales can actually talk with one another from as far as 1,000 miles away due to their loud vocals and excellent hearing.
To communicate with each other, blue whales make a series of super loud vocal sounds.
That's true. In fact, their calls are the loudest of any creature on the entire planet.
Sadly, blue whales are considered an endangered species.
That's right, Quinn. Once upon a time, there may have been over 350,000 blue whales in our oceans. But now there are only between 10,000 to maybe 25,000 left due to hunting them for many years.
This was called the whaling era, and they were almost hunted to extinction.
And blue whales were killed for their whale oil, which is used in lamps, cosmetics, and soap. And occasionally their meat was eaten too. And now they're endangered, which actually prevents people from hunting them. But we should still be careful to make sure that these enormous gentle giants will survive for many, many more years in our oceans.
Well, hey, guess what? We had a really good time doing that video for you. I hope you learned a lot.
Thanks for watching.
Make sure to subscribe.
Hey guys, so let's watch one more video about whales.
Have you ever wondered how many whales there are? How big do they get? How do they eat? Whales are some of the coolest animals in the whole world. So let's go learn more about them. My name is Erica.
And I'm Jessica.
And we're naturalists. So what is a naturalist, you ask? Well, a naturalist is a student in natural history or an expert in the field. We are both experts in whales. So today we're going to learn a little bit about whales, dolphins, and porpoise. So first of all, take a look at this chart of all of the whales, dolphins, and porpoise in the whole world. As you can see, there's a ton of diversity in this group of animals, and there's over 80 different species of whales, dolphins, and porpoise. Now, this whole group of animals is put into a scientific category called cetaceans. So from now on, if you hear the word cetaceans, it's a scientific word that means whales, dolphins, and porpoise. What I want you to take a look at is see if you can find the scuba diver. It's kind of hidden. Take a minute, try to see if you can find it. And that scuba diver is going to give you a fantastic perspective of how big some of these whales and dolphins actually are compared to an adult human. Do you have a favorite whale? Let us know in the comments below. The blue whale is the largest animal that's ever lived. Larger than any dinosaur, larger than any megalodon, and can stretch to be 3 school buses, end to end. That can be over 100 feet long. Since there are so many different whales, they're actually broken up into 2 different groups. One is called the toothed whale category. The other group of whales is called the baleen whale. And so we'll talk a little bit more about what that means to be a baleen whale.
This gray whale has its mouth slightly open, so you can see some yellow stuff hanging down from the top of the whale's mouth. Now this yellow stuff is called the whale's baleen.
Baleen is made up of the same thing as your hair and your fingernails. So if it breaks, it keeps growing. If you look at the inside of a baleen whale's mouth, it looks super hairy, just like our hair. Baleen can sometimes be as long as 12 feet in the mouths of some of these really big whales. And they use the baleen teeth to actually filter the water like a giant spaghetti strainer, pushing the water back out of their mouth once they've had a mouthful of water and food.
So baleen whales do not eat plants or algae. They are carnivores, which means they eat other living animals.
Baleen whales love to eat tiny things like plankton, krill, and shrimp. Here in the start, we have little tiny krill, and as you can see, they're very small compared to their larger fish that they would eat, and they're pink in color.
They also like to feed on small schooling fish, so things like sardines and anchovies, the types of fish that form the huge groups below the surface. Now, the main goal for a baleen whale is to try to get as much food into one gulp as possible.
Now, this is a fin whale feeding right next to our small 25-foot passenger boat. It is holding 6 people on board, and they are excited to see this whale feed.
What this whale is doing is it found a big school of fish just beneath the surface of the water. Now, when these whales find that food, they open their mouths extremely wide and swim forward through the school of fish. Now, starting from the tip of their nose down to about their belly button area, they have expandable throat grooves. So their throats can expand out like a big balloon, and they can take in thousands and thousands of gallons of water at a time. So once the whale takes a huge gulp around a school of fish, and their throats expand out, they don't actually swallow all of that seawater. Instead, what they do is when they close their mouth, they use their giant tongues to spit the water back out through the baleen. So again, the baleen acts like a strainer or a filter. They push all the water out of their mouths and just swallow their food whole. All right, so now that we learned a little bit about baleen whales, let's talk about the other group of cetaceans called toothed whales.
Toothed whales are pretty cool. As you can see here, this is a common dolphin. Common dolphins have tons of small, sharp teeth in their mouth that they use to catch and spear small schooling fish.
So what do toothed whales eat? There's a variety of toothed whales around the world, so they also eat a variety of different types of food. Some toothed whales feed on different species of fish. Other toothed whales, like the sperm whale, this is a sperm whale tooth, feed on giant squid, while other toothed whales, like orca or killer whales, feed on marine mammals. So that means they eat things like seals, sea lions, and sometimes even other whales. Toothed whales use their teeth to grab onto their food, but they don't use their teeth to chew. Instead, they just grab on and swallow their food whole. So something else super cool about toothed whales is that they have the ability to use echolocation. Echolocation is a big word, but it means they're able to paint a picture of their surroundings using sound.
These dolphins are clicking, buzzing, whistling through an organ in their forehead. The forehead on the toothed whale is called a melon.
They create sounds and send them out into the surrounding waters. Now, when that sound bounces off of something solid, such as a fish swimming by, the echo bounces back to the dolphin, and they can tell how far away their food is, what direction they're swimming, and they can get a whole lot of information using their echolocation.
This video, you can hear all the buzzes, the squeals, the squeaks clicks and whistles that these animals are making. Toothed whales are the only type of whale that are able to use echolocation. Now, another question we often get asked about whales on our whale watching boats is, how do whales breathe? Well, whales are mammals, so just like us, they're going to have nostrils and they're going to breathe air from the surface.
So if you take a look at this image, you can see that whales have holes right on the top of their head that look very similar to our own noses.
We call those holes blowholes. Blowholes are used for breathing. And in the baleen whales, you'll see they actually have 2 blowholes. 2 nostrils on the top of the head that they use for breathing air from the surface. The toothed whales, however, only have 1 blowhole. The 1 hole at the top of their head is actually just for breathing. Goes straight to the surface, opens and closes to breathe oxygen straight to their lungs. That second nostril sits right there in the melon, the fatty forehead we talked about. And it actually acts like a pair of lips. Those lips, called the phonic lips, actually squeeze together like you're exhaling air from a balloon, making those squeaks, buzzes, whistles, and their echolocation noises. Those are all produced from their melon, and that is what that second nostril is used for. We often get asked, well, why am I seeing the whale squirt water out of its nose? That's a great question. That's simple to explain. Imagine if you are doing the backstroke in a pool. Your face is wet from swimming, and you have to sneeze. Well, water's going to shoot out from your face and off of your face because you had a wet face. It's not water coming from your lungs. That's similar to what we're seeing when these whales surface. They have been holding their nose shut, so when they come to the surface to exhale all the air out of their lungs, which is as fast as you and I sneeze, about 100 miles an hour, that shoots water off of their back and up into the sky in what we call a spout that shoots into the air, and all that mist is coming from water off of their backs. Remember, whales are mammals, and they breathe air because they have lungs just like us.
Now the whale spout is really handy for us who work on whale watching boats. When we go out on the water, we don't need to use any special equipment to find these whales. We don't need to use sonar or echolocation to find them. We don't use tags. We don't train the whales or feed them. We simply have to look for their spouts. If you see a whale spout, it means a whale is breathing. So we only use our eyes and our binoculars.
Have you ever been whale watching? Let us know in the comments below.
We hope you enjoyed learning about whales and dolphins today.
And we really hope to see you on the... Have you ever wondered how many whales there are? How big do they get?
Okay, guys, so this is that is all about whales and about the different information about whales. So right now let's pronounce the words one more time. Before solving page 191, you read the writer's book. So the first word we have is biologists. Biologists. This word does not mean scientists who studies living things, including their origins, structures, activities, and distribution. Next word, bluff, means a high, steep slope or a cliff. Next word is lagoon, and it means a pond or a small lake, especially one connected with a larger body of water. Next word is massive. It means big and heavy, bulky. Next word is rumbling, making a deep, heavy, continuous sound. And the last word is tropical or like the tropics. So right now, open guys page 191 and you read the writer's book and solve it. Then send the answers through the WhatsApp group. Page 191. Okay, عز الدين. Okay, very good يا عز. عبد العزيز. Abdulaziz, number 5 is a tropical, not bluff. Okay, number 5, fix it. And what is that one? Ali Wael, excellent يا علي, but lagoon it's double O يا علي. Lagoon it's double O. Okay, you've written lagoon with one O. Fix it. Okay. Okay, very good يا علي. ياسين نضال. Okay, very good Yasin. Who's else, guys? Okay, very good, Ali. Very good. Okay, guys, what about the others? Khalid Sultan. Okay, excellent, Khalid. Okay, who's else? Okay, very good, Abdullah. Who's else? Muhammad Lafi. Okay, excellent, Muhammad. طلال يوسف. Number 5 is tropical يا طلال, not bluff, okay? Bluff means a cliff, okay? So here location, we need an adjective. Location is a noun and we need an adjective. So the adjective here is a tropical, the same tropical location, not bluff, okay? Fix it يا طلال. Okay, who's else guys? محمد معاوية. Okay. محمد أشرف. Okay, very good يا محمد. حازم طاهر. Okay, I sold number 9 يا محمد. حازم, sorry, حازم طاهر. Number 9 is not sold. Sold it. Or it's sold it, but I can't see it. Okay. Okay, guys, so these are the answers for that page. Okay, Hazim, excellent. Okay, Habib, thanks. Okay, here are the answers for that page, you guys. Okay. Okay, guys, so time is up. See you inshallah. Have a nice day. Goodbye, everyone.